Okay, so let's graph some points on what r equal 2 looks like. So I want you to get a sense of where these angles turn out on r equal 2. So if I put in angle 0 into r equal 2, I get 2. So angle 0 out 2. Angle pi over 2, which goes up to here, I go out a distance of 2. Angle pi, I get a distance of 2. Angle 3 pi over 2, so it doesn't matter what angle I go out to, I am at r equal 2, which means a distance of 2 from the origin, right? So that's our circle. Let me just draw it nice and neat here. Our circle centered at the origin with radius 2. All right, so now I want us to, go to r equal 3 minus 3 cosine. So I'm going to suggest we just make a little chart here. Actually, I can just put the r values right below, couldn't I? Let's do that. Okay, so if I go angle 0, then that gives me r equal 0 because I get 3 minus 3. If I go angle pi over 2, that gives me an r equal 3. Angle pi, that gives me cosine of pi is -1, so this will give me r equals 6. Angle 3 pi over 2, I'll get 3. And then this would give me an r equals 0 again. Okay, so let's just make sure. So angle 0, r equals 0. So 0, 0, right? This is the angle, or the point r theta. So angle 0, r equals 0, that's right there. It's going to be important for us to know where the r equals 0 points are, because that's going to be where it's at the origin, and that's going to be a big deal. We need to find those points on occasion. Angle pi over 2, I go out to a distance of 3. Angle pi, which goes all the way out to here, right? That gives me a distance r equals 6. Angle 3 pi over 2, I go to a distance of r equals 3, and then angle 2 pi all the way around, I get to back to 0 again. So the r theta point, if I use the angle 2 pi, I get back to 0 again, right? That's this point right here. So this r equals 0, again, is a really important point. So let me see if I can erase these little things. Yes, okay. So this is my cardioid, sideways heart, right? And these are my 2 points, my angle 0 and my angle 2 pi. Both of these gives me r equals 0, so that's at the origin. Important. Okay, so r equals 3 cosine. So when r is 0, excuse me, this is the one that only needs 0 to pi. This is something you just need to know. So if I use angle 0, I get r is 3. If I use angle pi over 4, I get 3 times root 2 over 2. Angle pi over 2, that gives me r is 0. Angle 3 pi over 4, this gives me r equal 3 times negative root 2 over 2. And then if I put in r equal pi, I get -3. So what does this look like? All right, so angle 0, r equals 3. Angle pi over 4, which is like here, right? I get 3 times root 2 over 2. So that's more than 3, right? So something like that. Then r equal, oh, wait a second. 3 times root 2, no, here, okay. Yeah, let's make it here. Okay, angle, try to make it like angle pi over 4 there. 3 times root 2 over 2, okay. So then, at angle pi over 2, all the way over to here, the r value is 0, so it goes back to here. So this looks like this, right? Angle right here. So when the angle is pi over 2, that's when r equals 0. So this is angle pi over 2. Doesn't look like it. That's why I really want us to investigate that. Then angle 3 pi over 4, which is over here, I go the opposite direction. So this is -3 root 2 over 2. And then back angle pi, which is all the way over here. This is angle pi. I go the opposite direction, so I go -3 means I go the opposite direction in a distance of 3. So that's how I end up with one circle with radius, or with a diameter of 3, I should say. And there's only one point between 0 and pi that gives me r equals 0, and that's angle pi over 2, right? Because it's only 0 to pi to get the whole graph around. So again, pi over 2 gives me this point at the origin. Let's finish this last one. Okay, so r equal 2 minus 2 sine. So let's figure out what r is when angle is 0. So that's going to give me r equal 2. When I put in angle pi over 2, that's going to give me r equals 0. Angle pi, I'll get r equal 2. Angle 3 pi over 2, that'll give me r equal 4. And then put in 2 pi, I get r equal 2. Okay, so let's check out what's happening here. Angle 0, I go up to 2. Angle pi over 2, so up to here, right, r is 0. Then angle pi, I'm out here to 2, right, this is angle pi, go out a distance of 2. Angle 3 pi over 2, I go to distance of 4. So this is what it looks like. So what point is at the origin? So the origin means that when r equals 0, well, that happens at the angle pi over 2.